This video was posted to TikTok by a man named Rayo who filmed some security camera footage that was positioned in the hallway of his office building, which showcases something genuinely horrifying. Although the video initially appears to be rather uneventful, that all changes within just a couple of seconds when out of nowhere this happens.
That's pretty good. Okay, let me do that. You forget about it.
This looks like she's floating, Bob. You got it?
Oh god, that gives me the creeps.
Yep.
Did you see it? If you look just carefully enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be a ghost floating around the building before eventually moving out of view. Discovering a ghost haunting your office building would be quite the chilling revelation, sending shivers down your spine. The once mundane and familiar environment would then be turned into an eerie landscape where every shadow holds the potential for supernatural encounters. Tasks that once felt routine now become fraught with anxiety as the presence of the ghost looms over your every move, unseen but undeniably felt. I think most people would have a hard time returning to work if they found out their workplace was haunted. A TikTok user known as Paraworld posted the following video that was filmed on a nanny cam. The adorable footage shows a dad playing a game of hide and seek with his wife and child. However, instead of finding one of them, he ends up finding something much more unsettling. Take a look.
If I fall from eyes of the blood of children.
I know, but we're downstairs.
Heart attack here.
Oh, this is stressing me out.
You're stressed out.
What?
Right about here, you can see the closet door open by itself and a disembodied voice can be heard saying the word hi. The father is then shown on camera investigating the closet but is unable to find the source of the voice, nor why the door opened all by itself. The video then ends abruptly, leaving us to wonder what happened next. This would surely be quite a traumatic experience for not only the father and mother here, but also for the child who will probably never want to play a game of hide and seek ever again in fear of this happening again. It's sad to think that one incident can ruin a child's perception of fun this way, but this video is just a stark reminder that our world that we live in is a strange one and isn't as carefree and easygoing as we would all like to think it is. And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video. are the furthest thing from believers and oftentimes call them crazy for believing in aliens and UFOs. However, it seems as though this particular situation caused them to believe a bit more, and it's not hard to see why. Watch this.
What is that?
As you can see in the footage, which was filmed in the South Philadelphia, New Jersey region, a strange, unidentified aerial phenomena can be seen up above, much to the confusion of the folks on the ground. There is also another view of the light here. With the strong swirling blue light, the videographer was able to film the unidentified flying object. There have been 2 more sightings of this kind in Scottsdale and Hawaii as well. Something else that's interesting to note is that 4 years ago, another similar UAP was recorded that looks like 2 snakes in the sky, located in New Jersey as well. Take a look at the breathtaking footage.
Where is it? Oh shit, it's coming down. It's coming down. Holy shit.
We then go back even further, as this next video that you're about to watch was filmed 10 years ago. The description of the video reads as follows, quote, "After arriving from work today, I proceeded to sit on my front porch here in East Los Angeles and proceeded to summon. A few minutes later I noticed with the naked eye a white object next to the moon. I zoomed in with my camcorder and noticed it was a white Ibani UFO. This is the second Ibani I have filmed. My first Ibani was the orange tube one from last year. This video is 11 minutes long. I did not shorten this video as I would like everyone to know how these crafts move in many intelligent angles and also form different shapes." End quote. So what do you guys think about this interesting story? Do these videos make you more of a believer than before? Be sure to share your thoughts on this story in the comments below. Camera videos that were filmed on his property that seem to suggest that someone that tried to rob his house may have also been a time traveler. Let's back up though. In the first video, Alec explains that his security camera positioned outside his house shows the intruder wandering around his backyard, seeming to look around for something. At one point in the video, the strange man proceeds to enter Alec's shed. Alec then explains that he fast forwarded the footage and it appears as though the intruder never leaves the shed whatsoever. Alec even proceeded to go on the camera's microphone to try to talk to the man, asking him why he's in his shed and what he wants with him, but doesn't get any response. It was at this point in which Alec called the police and they then showed up, as you can see on the footage. The police wander around through the backyard and proceed to enter the shed, but the intruder is not there. In the second video that Alec posted, he shows footage that was filmed on a security camera system the next day. He says that he got a notification on his phone that there was somebody in his backyard. Then, out of nowhere, this guy can be seen leaving his shed, looking right at the camera as he walks by. The craziest part, however, is that the guy that leaves the shed looks almost identical to the guy that entered the shed in the previous video, just significantly older. A lot of people in the comments are suggesting that Alec install a camera positioned somewhere hidden in the shed, which I think sounds like an excellent idea. If this video is indeed real, then it is one of the most baffling yet fascinating things I've seen. He then goes on to say that he did some research and eventually he ended up doing a spirit box session and it kept saying fire, fire, fire. As it turns out, the basement of the place had an accidental fire around 1965. Here is the video that the uploader recorded one day in which he ended up capturing something truly fascinating.
It's fucking moving. Look, it's my hand.
As you can see, a guitar that is hanging on the wall suddenly begins to move all by itself, much to the shock and awe of the uploader who isn't sure what to do other than stand still. While it may not be the most exciting video out there, it definitely gives you the chills and leaves you to think about what you would do if you were to ever find yourself in a situation such as this one. Go. The uploader explains that he recently moved into an apartment/house that was built in 1912 after the old tenant suddenly left. He then goes on to say that he did some research and eventually he ended up doing a spirit box session and it kept saying fire, fire, fire. As it turns out, the basement of the place had an accidental fire around 1965. Here is the video that the uploader recorded one day in which he ended up capturing something truly fascinating.
Look, it's fucking moving. Look, it's my hand.
As you can see, a guitar that is hanging on the wall suddenly begins to move all by itself, much to the shock and awe of the uploader who isn't sure what to do other than stand still. While it may not be the most exciting video out there, it definitely gives you the chills and leaves you to think about what you would do if you were to ever find yourself in a situation such as this one. Late at night. In the video, we watch footage being filmed to the side of the uploader's house when suddenly the peace of the night is interrupted when this happens. A strange, small entity can be seen walking beside the uploader's house for a couple of seconds before eventually disappearing from view entirely. The uploader writes that he personally thinks that it's a little kid in a costume wandering around, but his parents think that it could be some sort of an animal. However, he also mentions that the entity is shown running around on two legs and disappearing into thin air right at the end of the video, which is obviously something that animals are not able to do. To this day, the mystery has not been solved and neither the uploader nor his parents have any other sort of explanation that they can think of. So I'm curious as to what you guys think this could be. Do you believe that this is just a little kid wandering around late at night? Is this some sort of a bizarre animal that's running on two legs? Or do you think this is something much creepier, such as a ghost or an unknown creature? Be sure to let me know your opinion in the comments.
Number 6.
In the mist, far off in the distance, you can make out what some say appears to be some sort of a skinwalker moving around throughout the fields before the video eventually ends. leaving us all to wonder what exactly it is that we just saw. The figure in question appears to be completely dark and pretty lanky, which is quite freaky. A lot of people in the comments are comparing Gallo's situation to that of the movie Jeepers Creepers 2, where a terrifying creature wreaks havoc and goes on a rampage in a farm-like area. Whatever this strange entity turns out to be, let's just hope that Gallo is safe where he is, and that this eerie being doesn't try to put him in harm's way.
Иди отсюда!
Hiding in the trees is what appears to be some kind of unknown creature, with bright glowing eyes with a piercing gaze that stares upon the camera for several long seconds. Amazingly, the uploader doesn't seem to be too terribly freaked out by this creature while filming it, managing to keep the camera relatively nice and steady while he films it in the trees. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I would have been able to stay nearly as calm as this guy was. And also, the question remains, what in the world is this creature, and what was it doing up in those trees? Did it mean the uploader any harm, or is this video simply a hoax? Let's just hope that if this YouTuber ever ventures out to this area in the future, that he won't have to worry about seeing whatever that thing is ever again. Imagine you're just laying around in bed trying to get some rest when your adorable pet kitty seems to be looking around for something, and you're not sure what. That's the situation that TikTok user It's Bibi found herself in on January 21st, 2023. The video shows her laying in bed while filming her cats on the ground, who are adorably moseying around, seemingly trying to search for something. However, this seemingly cute and wholesome video is about to take a seriously strange and sinister turn in just a matter of seconds. Take a look at the curtain right about here and see if you notice anything strange happening. Did you see it? If you look just hard enough, you should be able to make out what appears to be a creepy pair of glowing eyes emerging from underneath the curtain, before eventually disappearing into thin air. A lot of people in the comments seem to be completely baffled by the strange footage, and it's not hard to see why. The owner, Ibby, mentioned in the comments as well that there were no stairs behind the curtain, and that the other cat is facing towards a different room, so it wasn't her. She also goes on to say that Lady, the white and black cat, went into a dark area of the staircase, so there is no way for her eyes to be reflected that brightly as shown in the footage. So what could possibly be going on here? If you guys have any sort of theory for this, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Dolls possess an uncanny ability to straddle the boundary between life and inanimate objects, which often triggers an eerie sensation in many people. Their human-like features, such as glassy eyes that seem to follow your movements and frozen smiles that never waver, evoke a sense of discomfort. This mimicry of life without the essence of consciousness can be unsettling, as dolls inhabit a space where they appear almost alive, yet lack the warmth and soul of living beings. Their frozen expressions, frozen in time, often seem to hide secrets or harbor malevolent intentions, amplifying the unease they provoke. Yet dolls are not supposed to be inherently creepy, although sometimes they end up being exactly that. As you're about to see with this next case, not all dolls are actually as innocent as we would hope them to be. This TikTok user known as Lendu Handiari was simply trying to take some photos of the dolls that they own so that they can put them online and sell some of them off, but in doing so they ended up getting some genuinely creepy footage of the dolls in action. The video, which is 6.5 minutes in length, shows numerous shots of the seemingly normal dolls moving around and acting like they are haunted throughout the entire duration. Watch these clips.
Justin, you good? Baby?
That's Agnes. You know, really said that's the
It was Chucky. What the? Okay, I really do. Oh no! Move, goddammit! Oh my God! Okay. Okay, joke's over. Joke's over.
What do you guys make of these different clips? I'm very curious to hear what you guys think about dolls and whether or not you would ever want to own any. Personally, I bought a creepy doll a couple of years ago just to see if it was haunted, but luckily nothing scary has happened yet. Also, let me know if you think these clips are real. Obviously something like this certainly could be faked, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it was. Either way, I think most of us can agree that dolls are creepy as hell. She says that one day he woke up and decided to make some noodles for lunch, so he could take it to school. It was at this point in which the boy told Noni that he heard a voice coming from the cabinets that said to him, "How did you find me?" He then ran upstairs and came busting into Noni's room, screaming and hiding, saying that he didn't want to die, and that somebody was in the house. Noni then tried to calm him down, but it wasn't working too well. Then she called her father and explained the situation to him, and then put her son in the room with his brother to see if that would calm him down. It was here, however, in which Noni started to hear extremely loud and heavy footsteps coming from nearby. She then started to slowly make her way downstairs and checked several areas of the house, but she didn't manage to find anything. She then proceeded to walk into other areas of the house with a hammer equipped, but didn't manage to find anything. She reported about this back to her son, and he then told her to check the cameras, swearing that he wasn't lying about there being someone in the house, which she did. This is the footage that was filmed. If you listen carefully, you should be able to make out some creepy woman's voice saying very quietly, "How did you find me?" just as the young boy said. However, to this day, the mystery has not been solved and the family cannot figure out who said this. Let's just hope that this family is safe. Either way, I think some people would consider finding a new home if they found out